Thank you for joining me today for Reading Represents. My name is Miss Hannah. I'm with the Chesapeake Public Library, and I am so glad you are joining us today. We are going to start by singing an intro song together so that everybody can feel welcome and ready to read and learn and play today. So we're going to use a few American Sign Language signs for some of the words in our song that we're going to sing together. So I'm going to teach you those signs first so that you can use them and follow along while we're singing the song. So the first sign I'm going to teach you today is read. So you hold one hand up like it's a book and you do this with the other hand. Take your fingers down the hand for the word read. And the next word that we're going to learn today is together. Take your two hands with thumbs up, put them together like this, do the motion, and that is the American sign for together. So we've got read and we've got together. We're going to learn the sign for happy, which is this. You take your two hands, palm out, and you make a brushing motion on the front of yourself like this, happy. Okay? And then we're going to learn the sign for learn, which is very easy. Put your hand up like you have information in your hand and put that information in your head. Learn. Learn. Okay. The next sign we're going to learn is done. When we're done, we do that sign. Done. All right. And finally, we're going to learn the word for fun or play, which is this, which is a hard sign to do because it's hard to do that with your fingers, but practice it and see if you can use that sign for play or fun in our song today. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you the words to the song. We're going to sing it once through fairly slowly so you can learn them, and then we'll sing it faster together, okay? And I'm so glad you joined us, so here is our welcome song. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. All right. So the next part goes like this. We read things to learn things. We read things for fun. We read things together until we are done. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. All right, let's try doing that a little bit faster. And it goes like this. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. We'll read things to learn things, we'll read things for fun, we'll read things together, and then we are done. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. Great job! Thank you so much for singing with me. Thunder Boy Jr. by Sherman Alexie, illustrated by Yuyi Morales, published by Little, Brown and Company. The boy in this story is named after his dad, but he wants a name all his own. Hello, my name is Thunder Boy. Thunder Boy Smith. That's my real name. My dad gave it to me at birth. My mom wanted to name me Sam. Sam is a good name. Sam is a normal name. Thunder Boy is not a normal name. There is nobody on earth with the same name as me. I am the only Thunder Boy who has ever lived. Or so you would think. But I'm named after my dad. He is Thunder Boy Smith Sr., and I am Thunder Boy Smith Jr. People call him Big Thunder. That nickname is a storm filling up the sky. People call me Little Thunder. That nickname makes me sound like a burp or a fart. My mother's name is Agnes. My sister's name is Lillian. Those are fancy names, but they are normal names. Thunder Boy Jr. is not even close to normal. Can I tell you a secret? Come over here and I'll whisper it in your ear. I hate my name. Don't get me wrong. My dad is awesome, but I don't want to have the same name as him. I want my own name. I want a name that sounds like me. I want a name that celebrates something cool that I've done. Once, I touched a wild orca on the nose, so maybe my name should be Not Afraid of 10,000 Teeth. I once climbed a mountain, so maybe my name should be Touch the Clouds. I love playing in the dirt, so maybe my name should be Mud in His Ears. I learned to ride a bike when I was 3, so maybe my name should be Gravity's Best Friend. I once dreamed the sun and moon were my mom and dad, so maybe my name should be Starboy. I like to go to garage sales with my mom, so maybe my name should be Old Toys Are Awesome. My dog likes to chase his tail. He likes to chase my tail, so maybe my name should be Can't Run Fast While Laughing. I love powwow dancing. I'm a grass dancer, so maybe my name should be Drums, Drums, and More Drums. I dream of traveling the world, so maybe my name should be Full of Wonder. I do not want the name they gave me when I was born. I do not want to be Little Thunder. I don't want to be small. I love my dad, but I don't want to be exactly like him. I love my dad, but I want to be mostly myself. I love my dad, but I want my own name. What do I do? What do I say? Son, I think it's time I gave you a new name, a name of your own. My dad read my mind. My dad read my heart. Son, my name will still be Thunder, but your new name will be Lightning. Together, my dad and I will become amazing weather. Our love will be loud and it will be bright. My dad and I will light up the sky. The end. Let's talk a little bit about how Native American tribes used to grow things to eat. So they were very smart in the way that they used the soil, and they had a special planting method with the 3 favorite things that they liked to eat. And it was called the 3 Sisters method. So they would plant corn and beans and squash, and they would all grow up together. Let's learn about it. First, we have corn. So I'm sure that you like to eat corn on the cob or corn in dishes. And this is the life cycle of corn. So it's going to start out as a seed, which is a corn kernel. And then that seed is going to germinate into roots and shoots. So you've got this little sprout here. And then it's going to continue to grow up into a seedling. That seedling is going to flower. And then the flowers are going to form the fruit, which in this case is the corn. It's hidden behind those tassels and the corn husks. And when you want to eat them, you harvest the corn from the corn stalk and you peel away the husk, and inside you find the corn. All right, so that's how corn is grown. Next, we're going to talk about beans. Beans come in a pod. They look like this. So they're going to start as a little bean seed, which is going to grow a root. Here we have the roots and a tiny little shoot coming out of the top. And we're going to get a few leaves. Those leaves on this seedling are going to get bigger and bigger, and the plant's going to get bigger and bigger. And beans grow on a vine. And then you've got this flower, which turns into the pod, and that is what you eat. So that is how beans grow. And finally, we're going to talk about squash. So when you think about squash, you might think about pumpkins or zucchini or yellow squash. And here we have one that's called a butternut squash. So it's going to start out as a seed, going to grow roots and shoots again, and you've got your little seedling here. which is going to get a little bit bigger. A flower is going to form, and then that flower is going to turn into a small little squash, which eventually is going to get bigger and bigger, and then we harvest it, and that's the part that you eat. So all three together grow really well, which is why Native Americans call them the three sisters: corn, beans, and squash. So let's see how they grow together. First, we're going to have a mound of soil. So we're going to put our soil right here. And the very first thing that is going to be planted is the corn. So the corn stalk goes right in the middle of the mound like that. And as this corn stalk gets bigger and bigger, something's going to start growing up and around it. And that something is a bean vine. So we're going to put the little bean there, and it's going to start growing, and so the corn stalk is going to start growing too, and the bean is going to start growing up the corn stalk. And then finally on the ground, we're going to plant our squash vine. And our squash vine grows along the ground. It's not going to grow up the way a bean vine grows. It's going to spread out along the ground. And what that is going to do is it's going to help keep the soil nice and moist, and it's going to stop all those pesky weeds from getting in the way. And so the corn and the bean and the squash are all going to grow together. Okay, so when it's all planted together and it gets bigger and bigger on this mound of soil, you are going to end up with a plant that looks like this. Look at that. So we've got the corn stalk in the middle. You can see the dark green bean vine growing all the way up, and the squash vine growing across the mound like this. Squash grows on the bottom, beans grow all around, corn reaches high, three sisters in a mound. Squash is heavy, corn is lean, and beans grow in between. Isn't that a great way to get a good harvest of food for the fall and winter? I think so. We Are Water Protectors by Carol Lindstrom. Illustrated by Michaela Goad. Published by Roaring Brook Press. This story is about the importance of taking care of the things that matter in the earth and all around us. Water is the first medicine, Nokomis told me. We come from water. It nourished us inside our mother's body, as it nourishes us here on Mother Earth. Water is sacred, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. The river's rhythm runs through my veins, runs through my people's veins. My people talk of a black snake that will destroy the land. It will spoil the water, poison plants and animals, and wreck everything in its path. When my people first spoke of the black snake, they foretold that it wouldn't come for many, many years. Now the black snake is here. Its venom burns the land, courses through the water, making it unfit to drink. Take courage. I must keep the black snake away from my village's water. I must rally my people together. To stand for the water, to stand for the land, to stand as one against the black snake. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. It will not be easy. We fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, the winged ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, trees, rivers, lakes. the earth. We are all related. Tears like waterfalls stream down, tracks down my face, tracks down my people's faces. Water has its own spirit, Nokomis told me. Water is alive. Water remembers our ancestors who came before us, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. We are stewards of the earth. Our spirits have not been broken. We are water protectors. We stand. The black snake is in for the fight of its life. The end. Thank you so much for joining me today for Reading Represents. Let's sing a goodbye song together, and I'll see you next time. Oh, it's time to say goodbye for today. Oh, it's time to say goodbye for today. Can you wave your arms like this? Can you blow a little kiss? Mwah! Oh, it's time to say goodbye for today. See you next time.